simplify. Lahat ng answers ng fractions, mapa-addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, it must be simplified. Pag nagsisimplify ng fraction, be sure yung final answer, iisipin mo kung siya ay proper or improper. Pag proper yung fraction, example, ang final answer mo ay 24/30ths. Kailangan mo siyang i-lowest term. Paano na-consider na siya ay proper fraction? Kasi ang numerator is smaller than the denominator. Once na makita mo na ang answer mo is P or proper, kailangan siyang i-lowest term. Sa paglo-lowest term, hanapin ang tinatawag na GCF or greatest common factor. Paano makukuha ang GCF? Pwedeng gumamit ng continuous division. So, let us find out the GCF of 24 and 30 using continuous division. So, ang number natin is 24 and 30. Our divisor sa side kailangan is prime number. Ano-ano ba yung mga prime numbers? You can use number 2, number 3, number 5, number 7, or other numbers. Bakit considered as prime numbers? It's because the factor of number 2 is just 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. There are no more factors aside from number 1 at saka yung sarili niya. For number 3, 1 times 3, wala nang ibang factors. So, 2 factors lang. Number 1 at saka yung itself. So, kapag ang factor ng number is number 1 at saka itself, meaning to say, siya ay prime number. Gamitin ang divisibility rule. What prime number can divide 24 and 30 nang walang remainder? So, as you can see, nagtatapos sa even number, divisible by number 2. So, let us divide. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So, our numbers are 12 and 15. Anong prime number ang makaka-divide kay 12 and 15 nang walang remainder? So, gamit ang divisibility rule, pwede ang 12 sa number 3 kasi 1 plus 2 equals 3 divisible by 3. Pwede sa 15 ang number 3 kasi 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is divisible by 3. So, pwede ang number 3 pag dinivide, walang remainder. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So, meron tayong 4 and 5. Sa 4 at saka 5, wala nang prime number na pwede sa dalawang given number. Kasi when we say greatest common factor, kailangan sa parehas na given number, may pwedeng prime number. So, this time, our GCF will be multiplied. So, GCF equals 2 times 3, which is 6. So, our GCF is number 6. I-divide natin siya sa ating number or fraction divided by 6. So, ang ating lowest term will be 24 divided by 6 is 4. Over 30 divided by 6 is 5. 4/5 is our final answer. So, 4 and 5, number 5 is already a prime number, tapos siya ay proper final answer. Another technique ng lowest term is the last number ng ating continuous division, 4 and 5. So, it is also the same as that number. Any method will do as long as parehas ang ating magiging answer. So, yun yung pagsisimplify ng proper fraction. Paano pag ang answer natin ay I or improper fraction? Say for example, I have here 21 eighths. So this is an improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. the numerator is still bigger. Kapag mas mataas yung taas, we are going to divide. So, if that is I, you're going to divide. If that is improper, you're going to divide para siya maging mixed number. So, always, the numerator will be the dividend, 21. The denominator will be the divisor. So, let us divide. 21 divided by 8 is 2. So, 2 times 8 is 16. So, let us subtract. 21 minus 16 is number 5. So, the remainder is 5. So, meron tayong tinatawag na quotient, remainder, and then divisor. Our quotient is number 2. So, our whole number is 2. Our remainder or R is 5. So, we have number 5. And our divisor is number 8. So, our final answer is 2 and 5/8. But, if it happens, say for example, our final answer is 2 and example only 6/8. So, I have here my whole number, but my fraction part is a proper fraction. I will change it to lowest term. So, you can use cancellation or continuous division. So, 6 and 8. So, I have here my 2. Then 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So, I have here 2 and 3/4. So, this is already my final answer. So, that is how we are going to simplify the final answer. Always remember, in addition or any operation man ng fractions, the answer must be in simplified form. So, now, how are we going to add fractions? Paano magpa-plus ng fractions? Ang laging i-consider is kailangan mong malaman kung siya ba ay similar or yung dissimilar. So, when will you say na siya ay similar fraction? Example, 4/5, 3/5, 1/5. The denominators are all the same. So, similar. When you say dissimilar, the opposite, say for example, 1/3, 2/5, and 4/8. So, the denominators are different, meaning to say dissimilar fraction. Now, if you are going to add similar fraction, say for example, I have here 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 6/4. These are similar fraction because the denominators are the same. You can proceed already to addition. So, 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. The denominator will be only copied. So, kokopyahin siya. So, number 4, the answer is 9/4. So, hindi pa tayo tapos kasi 9/4 must be simplified. So, sa pagsisimplify, iisipin mo kung siya ay proper or improper. This time, mas mataas ang numerator, so we are going to change that to a mixed number. So, pag siya ay improper, you're going to divide. So, 9 divided by 4, always the numerator is the dividend, denominator is the divisor. So, 9 divided by 4 is 2 minus 8. So, I have here my 1. So, my answer is whole number 2. Then, remainder is 1, then my divisor is 4. So, this is my final answer. Not 9/4, but 2 and 1/4. So, pag magpa-plus ng similar, or the same lang ng minus, pag magma-minus ng similar, kailangan siyang i-copy yung denominator. Now, the only difference, if you're going to add or subtract fraction, say for example, 4/5 plus 3/4. So, as you can see, magkaiba yung denominator considered as dissimilar fraction. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-plus unless parehas ang ilalim or denominator. Kailangan mo ngayong hanapin ang tinatawag na LCD. So, sa pagkuha ng LCD, you can use your continuous division or you can do it mentally. So, I have here 5 and 4. Ano Anong prime number ang pwede sa 5 at saka sa 4? So, if we can think of a prime number, walang pwede sa 5 na pwede sa number 4. You can use number 2 sa 4, pero hindi naman pwede sa 5 yung number 2. If this happens, you're just going to multiply the two numbers, so your answer or LCD is number 20. Yung ganitong method is good lang kapag LCD ang hinahanap. Kung ang hahanapin mo ay GCF ng 5 and 4, automatic the GCF is number 1 because there is no prime number that can divide 5 and 4 without a remainder. But we are looking for LCD, kaya kung walang prime number na pwede sa 5 at saka 4, we're just going to multiply para makuha ang LCD, which is 20. Now, nakuha yung LCD na 20, gagamitin natin sa 4/5 at saka 3/4 si 20. 4/5 plus 3/4. So, I have here, my LCD is 20. LCD is 20. Divide times answer. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Times 4 is 16. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Times 3 is 15. So, we're going to plus. 16 plus 15 is 31. Copy the denominator, which is 20. So, the answer is 31/20ths. But, this is an improper fraction, kaya kailangan siyang isimplify. So, we're going to divide. So, 31/20ths will be divided. So, 31 divided by 20. So, this is 1 minus 20 is 11. So, our final answer will be, quotient is whole number 1, remainder is 11, divisor is number 20. This is our final answer. So, always remember, if you're going to plus or minus fraction, be sure always the denominators are the same. Kung magkaibang denominators, kailangang hanapin ang LCD. Now, let us have the subtraction. Say for example, I have here my number 6 to be minus by 3/4. So, you cannot subtract a fraction from a whole number. So, let us stand it. Itarayo natin siya. Minus 3/4. Kailangan ng kapartner ni fraction ay fraction. Pero this time, walang fraction ng whole number 6. We're going to borrow. So, kanino magbaborrow? Siyempre, kay number 6. Ang ibaborrow natin is equivalent to number 1. So, para maging parehas yung ilalim, so we have here 4. What number can be our numerator para makabawas ng 1? So, as usual, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Bawasan ng 6. Ng given number, you will just copy that and then think of a number para maging equal to 1, borrow sa whole number. So, we can now subtract kasi parehas na ang denominator. 4 minus 3 is 1. Copy the 4 denominator, and 5 minus 0 or bring down 5 is 5. So, our final answer is 5 and 1/4. Now, talking about borrowing. Pag magbaborrow ng fraction, be careful. Say for example, I have here 9 and 4/5 minus 2 and 7/5. So, as you can see, parehas naman yung denominator, hindi tayo maghahanap ng LCD. But, you cannot subtract 7 from number 4. 4 minus 7 cannot be. So, we're going to borrow. So, pag magbaborrow, kailangan equal to 1 muna. So, kung ang denominator is 5, you're just going to add 5 here. Then, 9 will become 8. So, this time, 4 will become 9. In case it happens that you cannot still subtract, magbaborrow ka uli ng isa, so magpa-plus 5 ka lang ulit. Kung hindi pa rin pwede, plus 5 lang ulit, then bawas ka lang ng bawas sa whole number. Pero this time, already good for number 7. So we have 9 minus 7 is number 2. The denominator is 5. So copy the number 5. Our whole number 8 minus 2 is 6. The answer is 6 and 2/5. Now, be sure that your fractional number or fractional part is already a lowest term or simplified. This time, number 2 and number 5 is already simplified. So our answer is 6 and 2/5. So that's it for now. I hope you learned something.